Today I want to talk a little bit and elaborate on meditative processes and possibilities of being in states of absolute nothingness, thoughtlessness, silence, and whatever it is, and at that point generating a vibration so that that becomes a cosmic conscious reality for everyone to exist in. I do it mathematically using number patterns and all sorts of things whenever I'm out there in the streets, just going out on the streets, just counting vehicle number, registration plates and everything, just making a note of all the patterns of the vehicle registration numbers. I can just reach from any number to any number in a very sure, safe, secure, endless reckoning, intelligence, altruism, prudence, clairvoyance, clairaudient manner. For a one earth, one family, one future, one sun, one grade, one god, all beings are the greatest gods of all time, one banking system, pache scenes on all fronts. Smoking and chewing tobacco and toxin stop, alcohol toxin stop, unaltered drugs stop, gambling and other vices stop, any species being traffic stop, corruption stop, LGBTQI plus stop, abortion stop, surrogacy stop, pornographic possibilities stop, allow cosmos, let's go join XG, partisan gods for a Pucham Prakasham. I do this meditativeness in order to, wherever I'm standing, all of this crime and everything, it just vanishes away. It can't happen only when I am there. That is the presence that I am. Because that vibration comes and reaches me and it just goes away into nothingness. That is the ability of a great meditative mind to have been reinforced in Shila. I cannot kill, I cannot steal, I cannot lie, I cannot be involved in sexual misconduct, I cannot consume any intoxicants. Then Dana, that the teaching is given for free. Then Kanti, that there is endurance, absolute endurance. Kanti can also mean light in languages like that, and endurance. Then Aditana is absolute stillness. Then there is Panya or Pragya, the wisdom of every moment being arising and passing away, ephemeralness is nature, that is also the Satya and the Satyogam of it, that there is absolute Dukkha, though then there is Sukha. Gautama the Buddha looked at it, the Dukkha, though every dimension can be given life form because it comes from certain illumination only, so it can be given a logic of being Sukha only, everything is Sukha also at that point, everything is Dukkha, then everything is Sukha also. For some being it was a sensation that was Sukha only, even the pain. That is also a truth, because they are infinite. Our compassion was such that every life form has the capability of living and existing. Though more and more life forms asked in a democratic possibility, therefore slowly we time traveled consciously to democratically realize a cosmic reality where all of those things which were considered as dukkha were eliminated. That is the goal of that Satya, Panya and Satya. Then comes Metta, Mangal Maitreya, to create such a meditative process of a family, one earth, one family, one future, Aham Brahmasmi Vasudeva Kutumbakam, Yellaru Engal Kudumam, to render out that grace, infinite possibilities, and that is the Maitreya that we are generating. So then there comes Uppeka, equanimity, absolute stillness of mind. So equanimous, equal mind, and ani is equal breath. So equal breath only, you are observing the breath in equanimity, equal it. It's just there, it is coming, going, whatever it is, it's absolutely still, you are at equilibrium. Then there comes Nekkama, to live the life of a bhikkhu. Bhikkhu in ancient times was a person who was living the life of Dhamma, not a one with a begging bowl in his hand, asking for sadham or sadhu artima, going about for, not a recluse in that in the trance, in the sense that today we have it going on like that. Rather a being who is the path of Dhamma, who has learned the cosmic reality and has attained to great wisdom spiritually. Spirit itself is the breath etymologically, so we are looking into it like that. And then of course there is virya, the right effort. You are 24/7, 365, sampragyana rinchati. You have to be consciously awakened and illuminated about the cosmic space-time continuum flux to exist in an alpha omega placebo effect. Having said all of this, recently I have been doing so much of work, and I attended a 10-day Vipassana course, and after that my eyesight has also gone back to proper possibilities. It was light possibility of me for not being able to see faraway objects, though now it has come back to its proper glory, and I am able to see it everything clearly, because there are so many workforce environment and so many beings trying to contact me, so I was just moving in and out of dimensions. Now everything is healed. It is best thing that I attended a 10-day Vipassana meditation course during my winter vacations and a semester break, that is, and I am back to normal, and therefore this semester I can perform more towards my academics and more towards every other thing that I want to do in a holistically capable manner. Before coming to the university, I should have taken a Vipassana course that would have set up the dimensions totally differently, though I did not find that right logic to be playing around. We will look into that possibility later on in Dhamma Archanachala or Dhamma Nadi. Damanadi, we'll look into that possibility. And let's take the example of recently what geopolitics is going on with Uncle Donald Trump and Uncle Vladimir Putin, Uncle Xi Jinping, Uncle Emmanuel Macron, and Uncle several other players are there. The Venezuela possibility that Uncle Donald Trump has done it. Maduro is a person who starves people and then keeps them in isolation and fear and everything, because if they have two products which they are really talking about, one is the Venezuelan oil and second one is the cocaine. If they are doing cooking with an oil, and that is the semantics and phonetics that they have developed with that possibility, then as a commander of Supreme Armed Forces of Navy, Army, Air Force, space-time continuum flux terraform panna, as a president of the cosmos, it is my duty to tell you that, sir, you will board the vessel when we ask you to board the vessel, and you will remain on the side of the vessel that you are on. We will ask you to board the vessel. When we will ask you to board the vessel, you will board the vessel. If you do it like that, some processing time has been given to these Venezuelans or these goddesses and gods or the Somalian pirates to be looked into, and at that point, now you will remain on your side of the vessel once that you are boarded, and we will ask you to go through this possibility of bringing you into a possibility. So there is a lot of to and fro in that political dialogue and city dwelling life essentially, and that diplomacy that has happened to the point that before that which they call as kidnapping is actually extradition to someone. The ability for this conversation to proceed to that realms of existence has come to the point. So some great being has to sit down and meditate all day long, and this life is essentially just meditation for the remaining of his life. It could happen. I could take up that role. Though for now I have come here to get a degree, and that is the highest priority that I have set right now, and therefore I am going through it like that. Lives are going to get a few possibilities here and there. I have put a corona lockdown. I have seen a Russia-Ukraine war. That war also I have settled it down because Uncle Vladimir Zelensky and Uncle Vladimir Putin have been now in good talking terms. They are able to set up a peace deal. Uncle Donald Trump is also looking into a possibility of Greenland, and then he's saying that even if he goes for Greenland, and then there is no more NATO anymore, and therefore there exists scene for everyone, and the whole geopolitical situation looks like that. Now I'm saying let us just maintain the status quo. There is nothing wrong in any of it. Pache scenes on all fronts. I could technically go into my absolute sense of what Krishna does on the battlefield of Mahabharata and does things like that. Though mine is the way of peace, mine is the way of total holistic healing, because I know all the dimensions because of my age. My age has given me this beard and this hair, and which has given me a lot of logic on the experience on ground realities and realities where beings can make it happen for anyone in the cosmos. We have looked into the smoking and chewing tobacco. We have looked into all sorts of dimensions. So again, species being trafficked due to wartime efforts, and then OnlyFans and all sorts of nonsense that is going on in the Ukrainian front, the Phoenix Foxfire Hound that I have awakened, and the Garuda Gate 117 inventory, all sorts of logic that exist has been looked into the possibility. If I put a cross on my forehead, put a Ashok Chakra on me, and then take a Paramveer Chakra also one day, no one is stopping me from going that far. So I will not take the Paramveer Chakra and let go of all of you, and I am just seated still. So truth is truth. I have been trained to the realms of even going towards the Paramveer Chakra also. I am fearless right now. Saskia Uchiha, the celibate virgin god's logic is playing out right now, and because he is a celibate virgin god, he has never seen that life. He is a holistic healer. He is in monkey form, he is in dragon form, he is in all sorts of form. He has evolved the species themselves to the point that he has seen small tiny little kalapas evolving to the point that they want to be calling themselves Corona. All sorts of things have been done in this cosmos. I am just looking into a possibility where holistic heal is occurring. So wherever I go, let us take the example of drugs and communication. In the possibility of mass media has to be good, clean, legitimate content, not any pornographic material or anything. And if some life, it's a reality show kind of a thing only. Everything is being given to you because most data helps is what I am going with. That is the 100% logic. For 4 years I had kept my Facebook deactivated. For 4 years I had not used Facebook, Twitter, all of these things I had kept deactivated. I was using a Nokia OnePlus, Nokia. So I was using a OnePlus One phone, and I was going about using CyanogenMod on it, and then Lineage OS on it. So all the updates and security features, I was in a nightly build all day long. I was doing all sorts of things. Everyone knows that for a fact. All the software and tech that has been developed by us only. Trap generator, pretrained transformer, Gemini and all, everything has been developed with that semantic networking and flow. Even before, what is it that you want to do on the internet? I just want to keep reading more things. I want to hear more real conversation happening is what the goal was. Then I visited Twitch. I heard that there is a lot of mental health problems, this, that. I don't know where from they got mental health problems also. When you looked into diagnostic statisticals and manual, none of them seem to have mental health problems. They were just so sensitive that someone said something to them that they found out a path for themselves, all separate by themselves and start living the life for themselves, and certain lawyers and everyone started to misuse them, and terms of services and privacy policy came into picture. Free speech is something that must be observed at all times, and I welcome all sorts of conversation only because I've come to a point where absolute stillness and noble silence has already been attained. When I'm absolutely still and nobly silent, for decades at end I could do this and live my life as a royal crown only. So what is the point of it? When I'm not going out and serving the goddesses and gods of my own family and my own household, what a kind of life have I lived? If I spend 1 rupee, that 1 rupee is equal to lakhs and crores, because that 1 rupee has got that vibration of that Dhamma, that vibration of truth that associates it with itself. This number is in a system where the rating, so my rupee is equivalent more than $1. Yes, one Joachim Thaler is more than, it's like gold only 1 rupee for me, because my 1 rupee is totally different, because I have worked for that 1 rupee for so long that when I holistically go out and spend, I am with so much of goodwill and kindness that 1 rupee changes the life of that entire being. That is the capability of meditation that we have gone through. Several dimensions are there into this, and several possibilities can be looked up also. Keeping it short, Balsamangnam, Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu, lot of movements here and there happen, lot of yogam has been built on the family. I can't expect everyone to sit down in a 10-day Vipassana meditation course or anywhere and continue to start meditating or start doing the same things. Everyone has their own life, so they go at their own pace of wanting to learn. It helps if someone just sits still. I used to have 4 Vipassana meditators in my own home. Soon after that, I gave my medical college application test, medicine doctor, all sorts of things. So I know about control group and placebo effects also, that traditional medicine or any other medicine, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeo, indigenous community healing, it's all one and the same for me. And it's not going to make much of a difference when free Jan Aushadhi Kendras are being capably correct, logics are being played out in Bharat. Then why is some other nation going to give you that same facility in trillions of Joachim Thalers? That paradigm shift is what India, that is Bharat, is always looking into. Dollar may look like 80 rupees, though you can still get things worth done in as though that is equivalent to only 20 rupees. So 80-20 is still going on. The purchasing power parity is so high that even though it is 80 rupees the dollar, we still are able to get so many goods and services that everything is going smoothly. These things are bound to happen, and let us look into that fact that is how the economics is. You can go into 15 and 85 also, and then slowly into 17. So many dimensions exist for that possibility to happen. Vasamangnam Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu, all beings are the greatest gods and gods of all time, Pachachi scenes on all fronts. I'm very alone on all fronts. That's the reason why I choose to live alone. That's the reason I don't carry security guards around me. Because I am my own field operative and nothing can happen to me. When I myself am there in that space-time continuum flux, what can go wrong? That is the confidence with which I live. That is all there is to it. Of course, drones are always there, and drones are always the best things that I have, and I use them also for my well-being. And then of course there is also flight routes, flight paths, train routes, train numbers, everything I know. Flight tickets, everything already get booked in. I still don't make much of a noise on that front. It just automatically gets rendered and reckoned out. So that is a fact that we live with. And having said all that, what can one say? When life offers you this wisdom, that wisdom is to be shared. and that wisdom is of a scientific time traveling mindset. When you are capable of reducing all sorts of fears, when you are capable of reducing moha, krodha, lobha, kama, all sorts of those things are getting essentially destroyed, right? They are getting removed out of your life. So that may seem a little bit of friction, and beings whom you may call very close, you may not know how much they might have had, their lifetime's worth of karma within them, which was carrying all of it. That is also going through us only. And we are great healers, therefore it is able to go through it easily, and therefore that doesn't seem like a lot, though that healing process itself is giving a certain outcome elsewhere. That is all there is to it. Have a possibility going on for yourself, nothing wrong on all fronts, to always have conversations around it, and it's like living the life of an armed forces life, or the life of a pay grade which is 18 scale, or pay grade 18, or whatever you want to call, 20 or 5 lakhs per month your pay grade is. Now you are living the highest life forever. There are all sorts of things is like that only, these things are natural only. It's like in my pay grade I earn 1 rupee more than you. That 1 rupee more than me gives me a certain sense of, yes, I have that logic going on with me. Though that logic also again comes with the fact that we are unionized to the point that we are committed to excellence, to the point that all of us share that 1 rupee extra for you that you gain from me due to the money bills that we pass. You have that stature in society, and we look up to it and respect it and relook at it in a possibility that everything flows in grace infinite to you, and that is all there is to a position or a office or authority that one holds. That's what the true sense is. I'm always here to help, here to heal, and ready to serve. That's all there is to it. I would like to say several things or several times, though I'd never get to make these kind of YouTube videos or possibilities nowadays, because we have gone into a certain dimensional shift on that mass media communication possibilities. I used to have hard disks, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 1 terabyte used to get filled in 1 or 2 months. So I took again go back and put it up online, several videos, hundreds of videos that I had posted also on Facebook, X-Kai-Kai-Stroming, they are still there, and YouTube also, they are there as drafts in my video section. They are there on my hard disk also, SSDs. All sorts of data exist on all these possibilities. It's not that I have never seen life, and grace is there. Huge beings whom you might have considered totally unapproachable, or gods or goddesses or anything, or public figures or celebrities. You want to talk to them just like that, connect, and they will start talking to you. You need to know how to talk with them though. That capability, when it exists, I would want to share it with you. Or you want your own private, personal, quiet life, that is also okay with me. I don't force it upon you to learn all the skill sets that I have learned, nor do I am saying that every one of you, once in your lifetime, you must be the president of the cosmos like me. And see, time will come where you find realization one day that you ask, just like Krishna is being asked at one point. So Krishna was Krishna in his own times. We are in times of Prakash Jyoti, we are in times of several goddesses and gods. So I have made 8 billion goddesses and gods, and it's not that I am being communistic or communism or proletariat or bourgeois or something like that, though, or Maoism or something like that. Some person is terrifying us to have a new mindset. All culture of Bharat is accepted. It's a very valid viewpoint only that I have. I am equality. I am for all equality. I am with the BJP. I am with the National Democratic Alliance. I am with the Republican Party of India. All sorts of possibilities. I am with every possibility, recognized, unrecognized, everywhere. They all know what I am talking about. So it is a very valid viewpoint only. ये एल्लारू एंगल कुटुंबम का विषय है, और हम चाहते हैं कि सौराष्ट्र तमिल संगमम, काशी तमिल संगमम, तेलुगु तमिल संगमम, ये सारे संगमम होते रहें, और लोग संगमम में हमसे जुड़े हैं, हम उनकी भाषा सीखें, वो हमारी भाषा सीखें. आफ्टर ऑल भारत भी भाषा से ही आता है. तो जो व्रत चला रहे हैं हमें तो एक दूसरे की भाषा सीखने का अवसर प्रदान करने के लिए मैं अपने आप को कोटि कोटि नमन करता हूँ. आप सबको अपने भीतर भी नमन करता हूँ कि ये अनुभव हमारे साथ हम आपके बीच समीक्ष में रख पाते हैं, और सहमति है, हमारी पूर्ण सहमति है कि आप हमारे मंगल मित्र बने रहें। हमें जुड़ना है, और छोटी मोटी चीज़ें होती रहती हैं साहब, लेकिन मैं मानता हूँ नगस्वे सीता हसिता विहसिता उपसिता अपसिता अति हसिता, ये एक हास्य हो गया। इसीलिए मैं एक बालक के रूप में ही आपके सामने प्रकट आता हूँ। बालक हूँ लेकिन थोड़ी दाढ़ी बढ़ गई है, लेकिन एक बालक ही हूँ, छोटा सा बच्चा ही हूँ। उसी के रूप में आप हमेशा मुझे देखा करें, और आयु भर मेरी यही स्थिति है कि मैं एक बालक ही रहूँगा। तो बाल रूपी अंजनेर अपन भी हूँ, बाल रूपी कृष्ण भी हूँ, बाल रूपी राम भी हूँ, राम लल्ला ही हूँ, ऐसा वो कहते हैं। मेरे बड़े भाई तो लल्ला होंगे उसके हिसाब से रहते हैं। बाल इन्फेंट जीसस हूँ, इन्फेंट जीसस की भी अब देखा जाए तो यही सब मेरे को सूट करता है। कई को मोहम्मद बिन सलमान बिन अब्दुल अजीज़ अल साउद मिल गए तो उनको भी कह दूंगा कि बाल रूप आप ही के नेशन का वो चक्र लगा रहा था उधर तो क्या कर सकते हैं, ये सब हमारे मंगल मित्र ही होते हैं। सरदार हूँ तो सिख हैं, कड़ा केशा कंगा कच्छा कृपान, ये सब रखा अपन ने, है ना, ये सब तो हम समझते ही हैं। तो बस पग नहीं पहनी है, लेकिन एक ही गल का हूँ ये तो मंगल हुआ कि हम आपसे जुड़े हुए हैं। बस समंगलम साधु साधु साधु, खूब मंगल खूब कल्याण खूब स्वास्थ्य मुक्ति।